open the door for me?
No way! You do know that Sebastian is already here, right? Do you seriously want to keep on disturbing us like you're doing right now?
That is not what I want. But you do know because Sebastian came without any prior notice today, I didn't have the time to put on my shoes when I dashed out in a hurry. I could get hurt going around barefoot outside. Just let me get my shoes.
So what if you get hurt? You should have brought your shoes with you when you left. And don't give me any excuses for your laziness and mistakes. I don't want to hear them. Plus, it doesn't matter to me because I won't be the one getting hurt anyways. By the way, Mia, you know the rules, right? I don't want to have to remind you of them every time.
Yeah, I do. I won't go home until you give me a call. Also, I should hide as much as I can from people so they won't see me. Am I right?
Yes, I'm glad you know it well. You're only in 6th grade. I could get in a lot of trouble if people see you wandering by yourself outside this late in the day. The police could take you away from me if you get caught. With that being said, I'm assuming that you will not be causing any trouble for me, right?
I told you that I won't. But like I asked earlier, just let me wear my shoes. It sure would attract a lot of attention if people see a girl walking on her bare feet. You don't want to see that happen, right, Mom?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Are you trying to parent me?
I'm just trying to make sure I don't cause more trouble for you. I'm not trying to parent you at all.
If you don't want to cause trouble, then don't ever text me again for something so trivial like this. What are you gonna do if Sebastian thinks that I'm cheating on him because you won't leave me alone just for those damn shoes? Are you gonna take all that responsibility? I'm assuming you're not gonna, right? Then stop complaining and do what I tell you to.
Sorry. In that case, I'll be at the park I usually go to and wait until you guys finish.
That's what you should have done in the beginning like a good child. You do know that I'm your mother, right? There are no daughters who would disobey their mothers in this world. Do you understand what I'm saying? With that being said, I believe that you, Mia, are not one of those girls who do the opposite. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm assuming that you know what to do and what not to do. I know that you're a smart girl, Mia, so don't prove me wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I will not text or call you unless you do it first. Also, I will not go home before you allow me to. I will try my best to not let people see me. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, I gotta go now since I'm busy. Do not text or call me before I tell you to.
Okay, fine. When Sebastian's gone, let me know. I'll be waiting. Hey, Sebastian, sorry to bother you. I need to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment now?
Hi, Mia. Is anything wrong at your house? Are you on your way home from school right now?
Yes. I'm sorry about what happened the other day. I didn't know that we would run into each other as you were heading home.
Oh no, don't say that. You know how much I appreciate you for everything you do, right? I mean, every time I go to your house, you would always go sleep at your friend's house. It makes me feel bad. I hope there's no hard feelings there. You're always so kind and considerate towards me. You're such a lovely girl. Thank you, really.
Is that what my mom told you?
Yes, Nancy told me. You arrange sleepovers at your friend's so I can be with your mom, right? Wait, did I get it wrong or something?
No, my mom's words are right.
I see. Well, you have some good friends then, Mia. Make sure to be nice to your friends who let you sleep at their house. Once you become an adult, your friends just all disappear.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see any of my friends from school anymore, with no exception. You probably won't believe this, but adults have very few friends. Did you know that? So it's not like I don't care about my friends or anything. In fact, it's just because I don't really have any. But anyway, excuse me for telling you about things that have nothing to do with you.
No, it's totally fine. Please don't mind too much about me.
Oh, right. I wanted to ask you about this, but didn't get the chance last time. The other day when I saw you, you didn't have any shoes on. What happened right there? Was there anything wrong?
I accidentally lost them on the way home, but I was too lazy to look for them, so that's all.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's all there is to it.
I see. By the way, did you by any chance walk on your bare feet a lot when you were a baby or something? I mean, I used to walk on my bare feet all the time. It actually feels really good. Do you feel the same way as me?
You mean like running on your bare feet on the school's playground or something?
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. I used to finish the entire mile run on my bare feet. To my surprise, though, I was able to run pretty fast. That's why I fell in love with running barefoot. Do you know any kids from your class doing the same thing, Mia?
No, I've never seen anyone do that. Our teacher would get mad at us if we did. I would also get in trouble at home.
Oh, really? Well, I guess no mothers like to see their child get hurt. But are you alright, Mia?
What do you mean?
Never mind, but let me know if you get hurt or don't feel very well, okay? Like I told you before, I like running barefoot, so I'm good at emergency procedures related to foot injuries. Anyways, if you let me know the emergency you're in, I can take care of it with my first aid skills.
What the heck is first aid skills? It sounds weird.
Well, I'm not a medical professional. It's not easy for an amateur like me to know so much about first aid. But anyways, I guess you're right. It's nothing to brag about.
Not at all. I actually feel a bit better now.
Really? I'm happy to hear that. At least now you know that texting me can be of some help, as I can put a smile on your face.
Thanks for making me laugh. But this is not what I want to talk to you about today, though. Can you keep it a secret from my mom? You know, about you seeing me that day?
If that's what you want, then of course, Mia. I didn't say a word to Nancy.
Thank you very much. I would also appreciate if you just don't tell her anything that goes on between us from now on, too.
Got it. Is that all you want to speak to me about? Do you have anything else that you want to let me know? For example, complaints against your mom or something like that?
Complaints against her?
Yeah, exactly. You seem like a good kid, Mia. That's why I was thinking maybe there are some things that are difficult for you to say to your mom's face because you don't want to hurt her feelings. Don't you think? Every kid has complained about their parents at least once in their lifetime. It's nothing bad, really. Plus, it's not good for you to keep everything to yourself. So, what I'm saying is, I'm here to listen to whatever you want to say. Do you get it now?
But are you going to tell?
Your mom? Of course not. I promise you. You trust me, right?
Actually, I don't have any friends. Sorry that I've been lying to you all this time.
It's not that big of a deal. Just let it slide. But can I ask the reason why?
My mom never buys me any new clothes. The people in my class say that I'm always wearing the same clothes, so I end up being left out and nobody wants to hang out with me.
I see. It must be hard for you every day at school. But I want to let you know that you did absolutely nothing wrong, Mia.
And then, even worse, I'm so busy doing all the house chores that I don't have any free time for myself. The other day, this kid asked me to hang out, but I had to say I can't go. I guess I'll never be able to have friends if I don't hang out with anyone. The thing is that I want to look pretty and hang out with the kids in my neighborhood and at school without worrying about wearing crappy clothes.
I understand. That's what every little girl wants. It's normal that you have these feelings, so don't blame yourself too much.
I just hate the fact that my mom kicks me out of the house every time her boyfriend comes over. All I can do during those times is sit at the park and do nothing.
I see. Life must be really hard on you. I'm part of the reason why you have to go through all this, so please forgive me.
I hate Mom too. Other moms actually love their kids. All she does is ignore me and tell me I'm useless. I don't want to live with her or even be near her. I wish that I could just go somewhere far away and never see her again.
I didn't know that you've thought about going this far. Well, should we just put your wish into action then?
What? What are you talking about? Am I allowed to do this?
Why not? I mean, it's your mom's fault in the first place. Plus, you should have the right and opportunity to learn more about this world, Mia. Don't you agree it's not good to get locked up all the time at home?
But my mom will yell at me if I leave the house without her permission.
Don't you worry about that. I'll pack up your belongings the next time I go to your house. Then I'll pick you up right after. Do you mind hanging in there a little longer until then?
No problem. I'm counting on you then. Thanks.
Sounds good. In the meantime, make sure your mom doesn't find out about our plan.
Mia, you're at the park now, right? My boyfriend is gone now. You can head on back. Make sure to do the laundry once you get home.
You do it, Mom. I'm staying at your boyfriend's house right now and I won't be coming back. So you're never gonna see me again.
What? What are you talking about? Don't play with me like that.
I'm not playing with you. I already have my mind set on it. I will not let you boss me around anymore. Sebastian is gonna help me.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not going to be forced to live like I was anymore. Sebastian told me that from now on, I can live life the way I want to.
What is wrong with that man taking home someone's daughter? You're a minor. No wonder why I thought to myself, why is this man going home unusually early today? So that's what it is. You do know that I do not condone this type of behavior, right? Come home now.
I don't care whether you condone my behavior or not, because I don't condone your behavior either. I've had to put up with you all this time, but now I don't have to anymore.
Who do you think you're talking back to? Have you forgotten the fact that I'm your mother? Do you think it's okay to speak to your parent like you're doing right now?
It's not like you've ever cared for me as your daughter anyways. Am I wrong? Don't act like you've been a mother to me.
Are you seriously giving me that attitude right now? Have some respect, or else you know what's going to happen once you come back. You should have just listened to what I told you. How badly are you brainwashed by that man? He's nobody to you, but I am your mother. Are you seriously going to listen to whatever he tells you and betray me?
He did not brainwash me. That's so stupid. This is what I've always wanted to do. It's just that back then I didn't have options. I didn't want to live on the streets, so I did what you told me to. You know what? I thought you'd give me more attention and care more about me if I did what you told me to. But you never treat me like your daughter, more like a servant. You're so selfish that you never put yourself in my shoes and think how difficult my life is. I've had enough at this point, so I'm leaving.
That's not the case at all. Mia, you're a good child and I've always seen you as one. You know that Mommy loves you very much, right? So please come home first and we can talk it all out. Daughters who don't respect their mothers are not looked upon nicely by the society. You will have a good life if you listen to what your mother tells you to do.
But I realized something else too. You never loved or cared for me as my mother. I'm sick and tired of it. I decided to live my life by myself. I know that I can take good care of myself without you being there.
Whatever you say. I guess it was my mistake to date that man. He taught you things that are evil. I'll head on over and pick you up now.
I don't need you here. I'm not your puppet anymore, Mom. I don't want to wait on you hand and foot anymore. Nothing can change my mind about my decision. Stop texting me because I don't have anything else to do with you.
Listen up, Mia. Do you know that everything I did up until now is for your sake? The reason why I drove you out of the house is because I don't want any freaks or psychos to have their eyes on you. Do you get it now? You can't survive if I'm not by your side looking after you. Understand that?
If you really thought of me as your family, your daughter, then why are you treating me like I'm a servant of yours? You know what? I don't even have any memories of you acting like a mother to me. You never thought about protecting me. The only thing you want is to use me as much as you can. Am I right? This is not what you call a healthy relationship between a mother and her daughter.
Do not cross the line. Your tiny little brain doesn't even know what's happening right now. How can you have the nerve to accuse me with all this when this is how you behave? Who do you think is the one providing for you up until now? It's me. So it's your job to obey me and do everything I tell you to. Stop talking back to me and come home right now.
So this is what you really think of me? Then let me tell you the truth. I can't live under the same roof with someone like you. Enough is enough. My life belongs to me, not you. So stop thinking of yourself as my mom. I don't need you.
Sebastian, how can you do this to me? Do you think you can just be let off the hook when you take my daughter away from me without my permission?
There's nothing to be let off the hook. I'm just protecting Mia from you. You don't treat her like your daughter anyways. So I'm just doing the right thing by providing her with a safer and happier environment to grow up in. There's nothing wrong with that.
Are you seriously telling me that you think you're right with this much confidence? What you're doing is called kidnapping. You do know that if I call the police on you, you'll be arrested, right?
Go ahead then. I'm fine with that. I did nothing illegal, so to speak. And if I'm arrested because of this, I'm happy to bear the consequences. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't believe it was my duty to help this little girl.
Stop playing with me. I know that you tricked Mia by pampering her and manipulating her like you're doing right now. Isn't that right? She wasn't a rude, disobedient child like she is right now. It's all your fault that I'm having such a hard time now.
Aren't you the one who gave Mia a hard time all these years? She's always dreamed of living apart from you. All I did is lend her a helping hand because I know how unhappy she must feel every day. You yourself should be blamed for making her feel this way.
I see what I need to do now. I'm not going to continue to waste my time here with a jerk like you. I'm calling the cops on you so you can spend some time in jail. This is your last chance to give me back my daughter, or else I'll make you regret your life decisions.
I told you to go ahead and do whatever you want. Plus, you're gonna be the one in trouble if you call the police right now.
What? What are you talking about? I'm a mother whose child was kidnapped by a criminal. Do you still not know where you stand? There's absolutely no way that I'm gonna be the one in trouble. Wake up!
Do you really think this is what's gonna happen? Have you forgotten the way you've been treating Mia?
But you do realize that I'm her mother, right? A mother can do whatever she wants to her daughter. It is my natural right as a mother since I gave birth to her. It's none of your business as someone who's not even part of the family to meddle in my personal affairs.
Mia's life belongs to her and only her. You're the one who needs to stop meddling in her life because you gave her nothing as her mother. This is the reason why Mia has decided to cut you out of her life completely.
What did she decide to do again?
She told me everything that you did to her. If the police comes to know all about it, it's you who's going to be arrested. What's more, Mia will be standing her ground till the last minute, so there's no way you can get away with what you did. Now, do you understand what kind of position you're in?
What are you trying to get at? Are you saying that Mia will choose you over me? Never in a million years will this occur. Again, you do know that I'm her mother, right?
If you really acted like a mother to Mia, she won't be taking things this far. Nonetheless, I do believe that nobody would believe the words of the mother's boyfriend when the daughter barely even knows him.
Now you're finally saying something that makes sense. I hope that you're going to do the right thing next. Are you? I mean, you know that you don't have the upper hand given the current situation, right?
Of course I don't. but under ordinary circumstances, a child that young wouldn't ask a third party for help. But who's the one leaving Mia with no choice but to walk down that road? It's you, right?
So what? I mean, she's only a kid. Who's gonna believe what an 11-year-old girl says? Do you have proof showing how I treated her? I'm assuming no, right? Plus, she could have just decided to tell you everything on a whim. Can you swear to God that you've never complained about your parents to someone else? Come on, we've all done it once or twice during our teenage years. It's nothing to make a huge fuss about. She's in her adolescence. It's normal for her to exhibit this kind of behavior. What's more, what she claims is true has nothing to do with me. In all honesty, I treat her like all mothers do their daughter. I provide her with a house to live in, food to eat, clothes to wear, and school to go to. What else does she want? You know what? She really should be showing more gratitude to me.
You know yourself what you just said is pure nonsense. Understand that if you want to claim your natural right as her mother, you first have to take responsibility and care for your child. But as far as I'm aware of, you fulfilled none of your duties as Mia's mother. Therefore, you don't get to claim that right. What a poor child Mia is, to have someone like you as her mother. Now it's time for you to get a taste of your own medicine and pay for your actions.
Are you telling me that you reported me to the cops? What good do you even think that's gonna do?
That's not my problem. All I know is that this is the least I can do for Mia's well-being. What's more, she's ready for anything that could happen next. See, even your tween daughter is more mature and responsible than you.
You know that Mia will not turn her back on me, right? I know you're the one who's manipulating her to go against her own mother.
I already told you this, but I'll repeat myself since you don't seem to understand. What I'm telling you right now is what Mia wants herself. What in the world makes you think that there won't be consequences for what you did?
Of course I know. Isn't that exactly what's going to happen? Because I tried my best to raise Mia on my own. A mother's love cannot be described in words. You'll never understand because you're a man. I know for a fact that my daughter is not a backstabber.
You still don't seem to grasp what I'm trying to say, so I'll make it clear for you. The truth is, Mia received nothing from you, whether it's love or guidance. All you do to her is force her to listen to whatever you tell her. Now that she's liberated from your control, she doesn't owe you anything.
After that, Sebastian reported my mom to the police, and they arrested her promptly. I went to the case hearing and told the judge everything that's happened up until now, things like what my mom did and said. I also gave a testimony on my thoughts of all this. In the end, my mom was charged guilty and is serving her sentence somewhere far away. As for me, I'm living in a childcare center at Sebastian's suggestion. I mean, Sebastian's not my parent, so I know that living with him is not a legally feasible path to take. But it's okay, because Sebastian comes here to visit me almost every week. What's even better is that I'm now friends with kids who went through the same things as me. Thanks to all this, I'm now much happier with my life. This makes Sebastian less worried about me too. All in all, I'm having the best time right now living apart from my mother. More importantly, I'll work hard to become someone like Sebastian, who has the ability to help others when they're in need.
Hey, Marnie. I heard that you were going to be attending the class reunion. Is that true? Because when I first heard about it, I was sure that there was some kind of mistake or that it was... to head over to the table so I can see how pathetic you
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
After that, Renee found herself in quite the pickle since she came to the party broke, expecting others to pay for her. Since nobody would pay for her, not only was she deeply embarrassed, but in the end, even the police became involved. What may have been the worst day of Renee's life became fodder for gossip and laughter at future parties. And after being made fun of by people she thought were her minions, Renee became a depressed recluse, cutting herself off from everybody else. What goes around comes around, huh?
Hey, Marina, can you do me a favor? Will you make sure to change the bed sheets today while I'm at work? It's summer now, so we sweat a lot more. I can't stand using the same bed sheets for more than a week. After a while, it makes my skin start to itch.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. I'll change them in a sec when I'm done with what I'm doing now.
You've been so scatterbrained lately. I knew giving birth could take a toll, but this is ridiculous. Seriously, you need to figure out how to be a mom and keep the house in order.
I know I've been a mess lately. I've been trying to do everything, but I'm always so sleep deprived. Mike, you get it. Chloe's crying at night is so bad. It seems like she cries all night. I haven't been able to sleep at all. It feels like it's been ages since I last got a good night's sleep.
What if you tried taking her for walks during the day? I heard that if you wear her out, she should sleep better at night.
I've been doing that. I've been trying all sorts of things like that, but no matter what I try, she still cries at night.
But you're a stay-at-home mom. This is your area of expertise. You're supposed to be able to do these things. Honestly, I think you're being a bit dramatic about all of this. Oh, lately for dinner we've had a lot of leftovers or had food delivered. Can you make an actual home-cooked meal tonight?
I can, but I need you to watch Chloe for a bit while I make it.
Not gonna happen. I want to eat as soon as I get home. If I come home hungry after a hard day of work, why should I have to wait to eat? You're always home. Can't you prepare something during the day?
Things are a little different now with a baby. It's only been 3 months since I gave birth, which means I've only been a mother for 3 months. I'm not going to be perfect at it right away.
Only been 3 months? You mean it's already been 3 months? I could look past it for the first month, but shouldn't you already be adjusted to it? 3 months should be more than enough time to get used to it. You need to pick up the pace.
Then on your day off, will you stay home and help look after Chloe? If you did, I could do some meal prep and focus on the housework.
So on my day off, you want me to work even more? Even though I already work every day?
That's not what I meant. I'm thankful for all the work you do for me and Chloe. It's just I have a lot on my plate. I'm working 24/7 to take care of Chloe.
That's what moms do. You're on duty 24/7.
Isn't that what dads are supposed to do too?
Listen, my duty is to provide. I make money so I can support us. Even after I do all of that for us, you want to make me work more?
It's not about wanting to make you work. I want you to help raise our child.
I am doing that.
If you mean that you play with her once in a while when you're bored, I guess then sure you're doing that.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
It's true though, isn't it? Whenever Chloe's sleeping, you're laying around playing games on your phone. When she cries in the night, I'm the one who's always getting up, never you.
I have work the next day. My sleep at night should be the one getting prioritized. You can sleep during the day, but you want me to be the one up all night? You don't think I wake up every time she cries?
I can't just sleep whenever I'd like to during the day.
Can't you just hold the baby while you lay on the couch or something? If I spend the day hard at work, why could you push taking care of Chloe onto me? It's not that I don't love Chloe, but it's not my duty to do those things. I've already done my duty when I get home.
I thought raising a child was something that both parents did together. If you were gone on a business trip, I could understand. But Michael, you're here at home with us.
Don't you get that I'm tired?
I'm tired too.
Honestly, you're being such a baby about all of this. There are plenty of people out there who raise kids all by themselves. You don't even work. How can you say that you don't have time to take care of our kid?
Why would you say that?
Forget it. I've already wasted all of my break time talking to you. Anyways, change the sheets before I get home. Then actually make some dinner. Stop being a baby.
Michael, please, I'm begging you. Please come home.
Huh? Why?
You know why. I told you this morning, Chloe and I both have really high fevers. They just keep getting higher and higher. I can't look after Chloe and get the rest I need.
If Chloe has a fever, then she should be no problem, right? She's just peacefully sleeping, right?
She'll just suddenly start crying, so I need to be constantly holding her.
No way, I don't want to come home while you're both sick. Colds are already going around the office. What's your plan if it gets passed on to me and I can't go into work? Next week I have a big presentation at work. I don't want to get sick before that.
Then take us to the doctor's office, please. You can just drop us off with a car at one of the clinics.
Isn't today Saturday? No doctor's office is going to be open on the weekend.
Then the hospital or the ER, please. My fever's nearly 103 degrees and I took something for it over an hour ago. Chloe's is super high too. Neither of ours will go down no matter what I try.
Didn't you say that you needed rest? Then why are you messaging me? Just be an adult and sleep it off.
I can't do that. That's why I'm asking you for your help. It's your day off, so you're just hanging out somewhere in town, right? So why can't you come home and help us?
Not cool to push all this blame on me. I left the house because you said that you couldn't make lunch because you were sick. Can't you see that I was trying to do the right thing by leaving the house? I was letting you get some peace and quiet so you could rest since you've been sick.
Normally, wouldn't you come home and take care of Chloe and I?
What do you mean normally? Your idea of what's normal doesn't apply to me.
Chloe's having a really hard time. I'm really worried about her.
She's not just going to suddenly get better just because I come home. She'll still be sick either way. Stop being so dramatic. You two are fine.
Fine, I see how it is. No matter what I say or do, you won't actually listen to me. I won't rely on you anymore, Michael. I'll stop asking you for help.
What are you saying? You can't live without relying on me. I'm the one supporting you.
Someone who wouldn't take care of me or my daughter if we passed out isn't someone I can consider as family.
So that's how it is, even after all I've done for you two. Fine, try to live on your own without my help then. I'm too pissed to come home tonight anyways. On top of that, you guys are sick and I don't want to catch a cold before my big presentation at work. I'll just stay at a hotel.
Fine. I'll stop doing the housework then. You'll have to stop relying on me too, Michael.
Marina, I haven't seen you for days. What have you been up to? Quit this little act, get a grip and just come home.
Excuse me? After all this time, when you finally decide to reach out to her and that's what you say? You weren't worried at all about their high fevers? Like at all?
If you wanted me to worry about it so much, you should have done the housework. Where did you go, seriously? Did you use your cold as an excuse to get out of doing the chores and go on a vacation somewhere? Man, being a housewife is really a sweet deal. You're always talking about how hard it is, though.
You're the one who needs to get a grip.
What's that supposed to mean?
Michael, you need to listen to me. Your wife and child have passed away.
What? If this isn't Marina, then who is it?
Michael, it's your mother.
Huh? You can't be serious. Mom, knock it off. This isn't funny. Is this some sort of sick joke? Why the hell do you have her phone?
No, it's the truth. They're both dead.
What the hell do you mean Chloe and Marina are dead? They can't be.
You left them both at home with high fevers to go do who knows what while they were suffering at home? After you said you wouldn't come back home that evening, Marina called me and I rushed them to the hospital. As soon as we got there, they were admitted on the spot.
So the two of them are fine, right?
All of this could have been prevented if you just listened and gone home instead of doing who knows what.
There was nothing wrong with that. I had a big presentation at work. I didn't want to get sick. It's not a big deal. Stop this lying. This is all some sort of sick joke between you two. They're really fine, right? They have to be alive.
If you're really upset, then why didn't you rush home to take care of them? You're right, though. I was lying. Marina and Chloe are actually alive. But it was really close. They were in critical condition. The doctors were really worried. If they had gotten to the ER any later, who knows what would have happened.
It was just a cold. That's not that big of a deal. There's no way someone can die just from a stupid little cold.
Marina's health has been suffering for a while now. Of course, you were too concerned with other things to realize that. She was so sleep-deprived she had no energy, and it's really taken a toll on her immune system. When I finally got to your house, she was passed out on the ground. Thankfully, I was able to wake her up just enough to get her and Chloe to the hospital.
What? That can't be. It was just a little cold. They should be fine. That's not something you can be hospitalized for.
Since Marina has been unconscious all this time, she hasn't been able to breastfeed Chloe. If she hadn't called me, it really would have been the worst-case scenario. I can't even begin to imagine. You still are completely ignorant, aren't you? Despite all of her pleading, you just left them there like they were less than nothing? I honestly can't believe you're my son. I didn't raise you to act like this. I'm frankly disgusted.
So, are they still in the hospital right now? Or are they at your house now?
Honestly, you don't have the right to know. Regardless, I promised Marina I wouldn't tell you. Wait until you hear from Marina. She'll reach out when she's able to and ready.
Why won't you tell me how to get in touch with my wife? Since you're using her phone, she must be right there with you. Put her on the phone right now. I need to talk to her.
Marina still isn't doing well. She isn't healthy enough to talk to you, or anyone really for that matter. If what you think you did was wrong, then just wait to hear from her when she's ready. You need to come to grips with what you've done. You need to seriously reflect on all you've put her through up until now.
Marina, come back. We still haven't finished talking.
Why should I come back? I already know how you feel.
No, you don't know how I feel. You thought you could suddenly come home, hand me the divorce papers, then leave like it was nothing? Isn't that a bit premature? Isn't that a bit selfish of you?
It should be obvious to anyone why I want to divorce you.
It's because I didn't look after you and Chloe when you were sick, right?
That was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I was already at my wit's end when that happened. I've honestly been thinking about it ever since I had Chloe. For weeks, I was questioning what was going on in my life and why I was in this situation. Why won't Michael help with the baby? Why won't he help me with the housework? Have I done something to deserve this? These questions ran through my head day in, day out. I was having a hard time. I gave birth, but despite that, you wouldn't help with anything.
That's because I had to work too. I had to go to work to support us.
You could still have helped with the cleaning and Chloe on the weekend, couldn't you? Despite all that, you said since I'm a housewife, you were going to leave everything to me. Sorry, but I refuse to raise a child with someone who's unwilling to do their share.
Hold on a second. First, let me apologize.
Even if you did apologize now, I don't know if I have it in me to forgive you.
Marina, I am so sorry. I heard what happened from my mom. I see now that what I did was stupid and wrong. I'm so incredibly sorry.
I saw the texts between you two. You weren't worried even a little about us. You said I was just faking to try to get out of housework.
That's because I didn't know that you were in the hospital. If I had known, then I would have said that.
So, if I wasn't in the hospital, you still would have blamed me. So your anger would have been justified? I'm so scared to think what would happen if I got sick again. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. What's the point of having a husband and father if you can't rely on them when you need help? What good is there to be married to someone like that?
I wasn't thinking. What I said was shallow. Since you had a cold and it was just a fever, I didn't think that it was a big deal.
People die from fevers all the time. Fevers don't just have the potential to kill. They can also leave people disabled.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. From now on, I promise to do everything that I possibly can to take care of you and Chloe. Please, give me one more chance.
You've had more than 3 months worth of second chances. It's honestly weird to me. It took me saying let's divorce for you to notice that something was wrong with our marriage. I thought you were smarter than that. I can't count how many times I've asked you for help. How many times did I ask you to help with Chloe and the housework? I tried to accommodate you too. Despite all of that, you never did anything. That's on you.
I took advantage of you. After I heard what happened, my mom told me just how difficult raising a child can be. I understand now, and I've changed.
You've really changed? I don't believe that for a second. When I came to talk today, the house was an absolute mess. If you'd really changed, I thought you would have at least cleaned a little. Is that really an environment that you want Chloe and I to come home to after we'd been in the hospital?
I was busy, and I fell asleep.
You had the weekend, didn't you? See, you haven't changed at all. Unbelievable. Even though I was gone, you just assumed I'd be back. That's why you didn't bother to clean it all, isn't it? You were planning on making me clean it up when I got home. Your actions, or rather lack of action, speak louder than the lies you're feeding me. I'm not gonna fall for them.
No, I was thinking we could do it together.
See, that's the problem right there. If you really had felt sorry, then you would have taken the initiative and cleaned. You're nothing but talk. I know that if I come back, I'll be left taking care of everything on my own.
No, you wouldn't have to do everything on your own. I really will do it. I'll help cook and clean, whatever you want. Please, we can work this out. I'll change. Marina, please come back. I'm begging you. I really do care about you and Chloe. I care about you two with my whole heart.
If we were so important to you, then you wouldn't have ignored our high fevers and when I was asking for help.
I thought it was just a cold. I didn't realize it was gonna be such a big deal.
The problem is you just left your sick family members all alone and never even cared to come home or even check on us. It's not just because you thought it was a small cold. I can't forgive you for not doing anything, even after I repeatedly asked you for help.
I'm really sorry. I'll apologize as many times as you want me to. But if we really do go through with the divorce, think about how that'll affect Chloe. Don't you think it's sad for Chloe, though, that we're gonna get a divorce right after she was born? I want to live with Chloe. I want to be a present father with Chloe in her life. I want to help raise her.
There's no need for a father who doesn't care about their children. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself?
But it's so hard to be a single mom, right? Marina, didn't you say you didn't want to go back to work quickly after you had the baby? That you wanted to stay at home with the baby for as long as you could? If we get divorced, how can you continue to be a stay-at-home mom?
Well, for starters, I'd be getting child support from you. Until Chloe turns 3, my parents and your mom said that they'd support us, so we'll be fine without you.
Even so, it's so hard to raise a kid all on your own.
I mean, you were the first to say it, weren't you? That there's lots of people who raise their kids all by themselves? I'm prepared to do just that.
I'm really sorry. Honestly, from now on, I'll change, I swear.
I honestly don't want to see you again or have anything to do with you again. However, you are Chloe's father, and because of that, you still have a responsibility as Chloe's father. So, I won't completely sever ties.
So, does that mean you're actually gonna go through with the divorce? You can't be serious. I really regret what I did. I see what I did was wrong now, honest. I'm gonna change.
Honestly, I don't think I can trust you anymore. I also realized that I don't have any love remaining for you.
I don't know if I can live without you two. Please, rethink this. With you two by my side, I'll do my utmost to change. Please, don't throw me away like this. I'm begging you.
Aren't you the one who first threw us away? You're the one who left us feverish and sick at home without bothering to check for days. Besides, didn't you tell me not to rely on you and your help anymore? Even now, I can't imagine you actually changing for the better. Honestly, though, don't you think you're being dramatic? After that, my husband and I continued to discuss divorce multiple times. In the end, we decided to live separately for a year and then reevaluate. He had done such horrible things to me, but I couldn't look over the fact that he was my beloved daughter's father. I didn't want to ever have anything to do with him again. I didn't ever want to see him again. However, he still was my daughter's father and wanted to take an active part in her life. For my daughter's sake, I wanted to confront this issue head on. I'd planned to divorce him a year after everything had happened. But I decided to give him another chance as my daughter's father. Chloe deserved to know her father, and she'd have no memories of how he treated us then. Even though we were living separately, my husband had really completely changed and started visiting us every day. He would look after Chloe even when I could tell he was tired. He would do everything that I originally hoped and dreamed that he would. He was now acting more like a father than when we lived together. I couldn't believe it. On the other hand, I don't think I could forgive him for the things he'd said and done to me, especially after what had happened that day. I think for now, I'll just think of him as my daughter's father and not try to think too much about our relationship. You can never really know what the future will bring. I feel like we'll be facing much greater trials in the future, so now is the time to get my life in order. I plan on raising my daughter all on my own without any of his help. When I feel like I can't do it anymore, I'll rely on my parents and mother-in-law. They've given us so much support. I know that no matter what, they'll support us. I'll give my daughter all the love and care I can give so she never feels lonely. There's no way that my relationship with my husband can return to the way it was. However, as a father and as a mother, as parents, we want to give our daughter the most love we possibly can. As parents, we want what's best for her, no matter what our relationship may look like.
Are you awake right now? I've got something really, really important to tell you. I bet you can't guess what I'm about to tell you. I just had such a great time with your fiancé. It was just so intense. I can't stop smiling right now.
What are you talking about?
We just got out of the hotel 30 minutes ago. We were only meant to see each other for a few hours yesterday night, but he kept wanting more. We ended up staying the whole night together.
I still don't get what you're talking about. Are you drunk?
You still don't get it? I've actually been seeing him for the past 3 months on the weekends. Did you not notice how he's not around on Saturday nights?
Are you serious right now? How could you do something like that? I'm so shocked.
I just couldn't stand you getting married before I do. It made me want to completely destroy your happiness, and it's been so satisfying.
Why did you need to do such a thing? We're family, aren't we? Who cares about who gets married first between us? It really doesn't matter at all.
Do you not remember what you did to me? When my real boyfriend dumped me for cheating on him, you brought your fiancé to our house. It was as if you were rubbing your happiness in my face. I was so miserable that day, and you made me feel even worse.
Wait, that's the reason you decided to take him from me?
You deserve it for making me feel terrible. I hated the way you were boasting about your fiancé right in front of me.
I didn't do anything like that. Even if I did, it still doesn't excuse what you did.
Well, anyway, it's time for you to break off your engagement with him now. How does it feel to have him stolen from you? You must be so shocked right now.
I can't believe you would do this to me. I bet Mom and Dad aren't going to believe me even if I tried telling them what you did. They're probably going to side with you anyway. They'd never believe how many guys you've slept with even if I told them because they think you're so innocent.
Of course they're going to side with me. I'm their favorite child after all. Mom and Dad still believe that I'm still that cute little innocent girl that's saving myself until I get married. I'm the cuter one out of the two of us, so I understand why they'd want to protect me and care for me more. You should just blame yourself for being born so ugly.
I've had enough of talking to you. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want.
Oh, really? Are you sure you should be saying that?
I have better things to do than talk to you. Goodbye.
Hey, sis! It's been a while. Did you receive the wedding invite that I sent you? You need to RSVP to it. Have some manners.
Yeah, I received the wedding invite from you. What the hell is this? Why did you send me one?
I just told you. It's the invite to my wedding.
Who is this person that you're getting married to? I don't recognize the name at all.
Stop messing around with me. The name should be very familiar to you. How could you forget the name of your boyfriend?
My boyfriend? What are you talking about?
You didn't really think that you could hide him from me, did you? Although, I do kind of get why you're acting like you don't know him. You just don't want to face the reality, right? You had to break off your engagement because I stole him from you, and then I've also managed to take your next boyfriend from you as well. I was really surprised by how quickly you managed to find a new guy.
What in the world are you talking about? Have you really gone insane?
Oh, did you think that I would be getting married to your ex-fiancé? Is that why you're acting like this? I dumped that pathetic guy the very next day after telling you that I had stolen him. I would never sleep with a guy like that if I didn't have an important reason.
You really are a monster. Do you not have any morals?
Why should I feel bad about dumping him? We didn't sleep together because we fell in love. Well, at least I didn't. The only reason I slept with him was to end your engagement and make you feel miserable. I got what I wanted, so I had no use for him anymore.
I can't believe that you would sleep with someone for such a shallow reason.
The guy I stole from you this time around was actually really attractive and earned a good salary. That's why I decided to marry him.
You're so much crazier than I thought you were.
Don't talk to me like that just because you're jealous of me. You better attend my wedding, by the way. It's mandatory for you. I want to see you all upset and jealous of me.
Why the hell should I go to your wedding? I don't want to. Especially after you said that. Let me just get this clear. I'm not jealous of you in any way.
What? I've had enough of your lies. You're not going to come? Are you not happy that your sister is finally getting married? I can't believe how stuck up you are.
Why should I be happy when you were the one that destroyed my engagement? If you don't want me to be happy, then I'm not going to be happy about you getting married.
Why do you have to be like this? That's why we don't get along very well.
It's so frustrating talking to you. Anyway, I am not attending your stupid wedding.
You're just so boring. My boyfriend and his family really want to see you as well. I don't know what to tell them if you decide not to attend. If he wasn't your ex-boyfriend, then this wouldn't have been a problem. I could have just pretended that I was an only child.
Why don't you just tell them that we really hate each other and don't want to see each other ever again? That's the truth, right?
Well, they might think that I have a bad personality if I tell them that. His family doesn't know that I stole him from you.
Well, it's true that you have a bad personality, and they probably deserve to know that. Also, I doubt that you're going to be able to keep that a secret forever.
You better not tell them I stole him.
I won't, don't worry. But I also feel like something bad is going to happen at your wedding, so I'm not going to go.
Wait, don't be like that!
Anyway, I've got to go now. Goodbye.
Hello, sis. Tomorrow is the day of my wedding. Oh, I am so excited. I just can't stop smiling.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
I'm getting married to your boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend now, I guess. It's so satisfying getting married while also destroying your happiness completely. It's the best feeling in the world.
I completely forgot about your wedding. It's tomorrow? Wow, time really flies these days.
Trying to act so strong again. I bet you had the date written down in your calendar. I know that deep down you're so jealous of me. You were probably trying to think of ways to win him back from me, weren't you? You've lost 2 guys to me already. I would be so mad. I'm even getting married to one of those guys. This is just so satisfying. I've got to admit that you've become pretty good at choosing men. Your ex-boyfriend is just so attractive, and he earns $250,000 a year. He's like the definition of perfect. Thanks so much for finding him and giving him to me. I'm spending tonight in the bridal suite with him. The room is so huge and luxurious. Do you want me to send you pictures later?
Sorry to ruin your mood, but my boyfriend is sitting next to me watching TV right now.
What did you just say?
Actually, I guess I shouldn't be calling him my boyfriend anymore. He's my husband now.
You're joking, right? Your boyfriend is with me and we're getting married tomorrow. And wait, did you just say husband? You found another guy after I stole 2 of them from you?
No, it's not like that. Unlike you, I'm not the kind of girl that can go from guy to guy without a break. I really treasure my relationships, and it usually takes me a while before moving on to the next person.
Then why are you lying to me then? I stole your fiancé and your boyfriend. How are you able to get married already? You must have a pretty bad personality if you're lying just to make me feel bad. There's no way you got married before me.
Why would I be lying to you?
Then explain to me what the hell is going on right now!
I don't want to go into the details, so I'll just tell you straight up. There was a huge misunderstanding between us, and you ended up stealing the wrong guy.
A misunderstanding?
Yeah, and it wasn't just once. It happened twice.
What are you talking about?
I actually haven't had any guy stolen from me by you. I managed to get married to my fiancé, and we're living together very happily.
What are you saying? How could I have made a mistake both times? I knew who your fiancé was, so I planned it all out very carefully. There's no way that I got the wrong person.
Well, that first person you stole was my husband's brother.
His brother?
I guess he's my brother-in-law now that I got married. He told me the other day that he had just gotten dumped by his girlfriend and couldn't contact her at all. I was kind of suspicious, so I asked him to show me a picture, and it was you.
What the hell?
You're just making this all up, right?
I'm not making anything up. You made a mistake because you're so careless all the time. You only ever met my husband once, and you didn't even ask him what his name was. You just took a look at his face and walked off. That's probably why you got mixed up with his brother when you tried to flirt with him.
How could I have made such a stupid mistake?
I actually told him your side of the story, and he was absolutely furious once he found out you were just using him. He went straight to the gym to do some kickboxing right after I told him. I guess he needed to relieve some stress.
Fine. I made a mistake when stealing your fiancé. I'll admit that. Then what about the second guy? Your boyfriend. The one that I'm getting married to tomorrow? Who the hell is he? I saw him coming in and out of your apartment room, so I thought that you had made a new boyfriend. That's why I flirted with him and slept with him.
I thought that I didn't recognize the name of the groom on the wedding invite you sent me at first. But the name also sounded kind of familiar. After a while, I realized that it was the name of the guy living on the floor below me at my old apartment.
Did you really just say the floor below? You're joking, right?
I think that maybe you had the wrong room number for my apartment. The room I was living in was number 302. The guy that you're getting married to tomorrow lived in room 203.
I can't believe this.
Oh, and I moved to a new place already, so I don't live in that apartment anymore.
No way. Please tell me that this is all a prank. You're getting back at me for stealing your boyfriends, right? Did I really make that big of a mistake?
Yeah, you have. You probably should have paid more attention. Although you totally deserve this. What you tried to do was so horrible. I also won't forgive you for what you did to my brother-in-law. You better apologize to him. Anyway, I'm happy that I managed to get married to my fiancé without you stealing him from me.
Why does this have to happen to me? Hey, sis. Hurry up and pick up the phone. I need to talk to you right now. What the hell did you do?
What are you talking about?
My boyfriend just broke up with me. He told me that he can't get married to a person like me.
Well, that's pretty unfortunate.
Would you act like you care? I'm your sister. Why is he not getting married to me? Explain it to me now.
Why are you asking me this?
Well, this obviously happened because you did something behind my back. I bet you made up some lies about me and told him. You really don't want me to become happy, do you?
You're blaming me for this? How would I have done that?
You called him or something. There's no way he would change his mind so suddenly.
I've actually never talked to your boyfriend before. We lived in the same apartment, but we never really met. The only thing I knew about him was his name because of the nameplate on his room. I don't know his number, so I can't contact him at all.
Then how did this all happen?
Well, why don't you just ask him directly? Stop coming to blame me when I have nothing to do with it. Did you even listen to him at all? You probably only listened to his first sentence and then got mad and texted me, right? You really need to learn how to listen.
Well, I thought he was maybe finished talking.
I don't care. Go and sort this out by yourself. I have nothing to do with any of this. If you still want to talk to me, please do it after you've figured out what's happening.
What should I do? Hey, would you be able to let me borrow $60,000?
What did you just say? How is a regular employee like me supposed to have that kind of money? I don't have anywhere near that much saved up. Even if I did have that much, I wouldn't trust you with it.
Well, then what am I supposed to do then?
Does this have something to do with your wedding getting canceled?
They found out that I was sleeping around with a few other guys.
What? You were cheating on him too? Just how many guys do you have to sleep with to be satisfied?
I even stopped sleeping with all of them a week before the wedding. I really did nothing wrong.
You were cheating a week before your wedding? It's pretty obvious that you're in the wrong.
Apparently, one of the guys I was sleeping with told my boyfriend everything. Now my boyfriend and his family are really upset with me and are telling me to pay for all the wedding fees, including the cancellation fees. Now I owe them around $60,000. That's pretty much what's happening.
Well, that sounds pretty rough.
I told Mom and Dad about all this, and they were disgusted for some reason. They treated me like I was a piece of trash. They said that they wouldn't be helping me out anymore. I'm surprised that they went that far considering how much they used to love you. I guess what you did was really just that terrible. You need to learn to control yourself around men.
Please help me out, sis. I have no one else that I can depend on.
Do you really expect me to help you out after what you did to me?
What do you mean?
Although you got the wrong person, you still tried to steal my fiancé from me. There is just no way I'd ever help you out. In fact, I'm kind of happy about how this all ended up.
But you're the only person that I have left. I really have no one else.
It's not just me that hates you, by the way. My husband feels the same way too. He's angry about how you treated his brother and just dumped him once you got what you wanted. Even if I wanted to help you, he wouldn't give me the permission.
Well, that wasn't really my fault, you know. Anyway, I don't care what your husband thinks. What am I meant to do about the money I owe?
Well, do what a normal person would do and find a job. Earn the money yourself.
I have to earn it all myself?
Yeah, pretty much. Although it might be difficult for you to find a good job considering you've been unemployed for so long. I imagine your resume is pretty much empty.
What? I'm going to need a resume. You're saying that I have to find a job to work? I don't know how to do that.
Well, you need to earn the $60,000. You don't really have a choice.
No way! That's going to take me such a long time!
My sister's dream was to get married to a rich guy so that she would never have to work. She was always very confident that she would make her dream come true, so she never worked a single job in her life. In fact, she would always look down on and make fun of people that worked hard to earn money for a living. Well, it looks like her dream is not going to happen after all. All the terrible things that she had done in the past few years all came back to ruin her life at once. She begged our parents for forgiveness one last time before giving up and running away. She also decided that she wasn't going to pay the money that she owes. For a while, she was finding guys on Instagram and asking them to let her stay at their place for a little while. She was moving around very often to try to stay under the radar. After a little while, she came to ask my brother-in-law for help for some reason. He tricked her by pretending that he forgave her and set up a trap. My sister was finally caught, and that was the end of her freedom. Currently, our family is closely monitoring her and made her start working at a factory to earn the money that she owes. It looks like it's going to be a very long, tough road ahead for her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.